Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is, if you are in Canada, enjoying your long weekend. I'm making a video about something I like very much and something on my mind, and that is Metroid. Metroid, right there. It's on my mind. Actually, I haven't played this yet. I just bought it today with Walmart gift cards, so you know it's going to be good if it's bought with Walmart gift cards. But I'm looking forward to tearing into this and playing this on my Switch. I just want to talk about Metroid as well too, like the series. And I'm not knowledgeable about the history of it. I'm not a historian of Metroid. I just want to talk about my personal experiences playing the game. Um, I know some things about it, which I'll talk about in this video, of course. But growing up, like all the other kids at Nintendo system, but I did not play the original Metroid on Nintendo or Super Metroid on Super Nintendo. My first introduction to Metroid was actually Metroid Prime, which is a game, possibly, I have a lot of favorite games, but possibly one of my favorite games of all time. So I played it maybe a few years after it was released for the GameCube. Played it on the GameCube, and when I played it, very challenging game. I think I wanted to started playing it around, I want to say 2003. I didn't actually beat the game until 2005 because I would get very frustrated by the bosses and then come back to it, and I would eventually beat it. But it is one of the most challenging games I've ever played too, or a very challenging game, I should say. I don't necessarily seek out the very challenging games per se, but yeah, very challenging game. But just such a neat game. You know, the amount of kind of exploration and the discovery of the story as you scan these items. I don't know, it just feels like you are on this planet as the main character, you know, seeing through the main character's eyes, Samus's eyes. I think that's just so cool. And a few years ago, I got the remaster, and again, I played it up until I think like we get to the boss Ridley, and one of the first bosses, because like Metroid Prime is like the boss right at the end of it, and I was just like, oh, fuck, I have to get back some, I get some more missiles and stuff to like actually beat this, and just started playing other stuff, of course, as you know often happens. But I do intend to go back to that and try to beat it once more. Um, and then of course I played Metroid Prime 2, which is a neat game. I'm not crazy about that thing where they did where you like would lose your health if you were like out of a certain area, like in this planet. But it was neat. I think Metroid Prime of like them is the best. And then Metroid Prime 3 on the Wii, which I found like comparison to the other ones like a lot easier. Like I beat that quite handily. And I was using like, you know, the Wii had the Wiimote controls, and I don't know if that made it the game easier to play, but yeah, and I like that as well too. I mean, they're all beautiful, amazing games, and you know, some interesting things about them, like Metroid Prime, the first one that came out like in the U.S. Bush was in power, and there was a whole thing going on with Iraq, and then in Metroid Prime, there's a whole thing with the space pirates and Phazon. So I don't know if that's like just a weird coincidence or that was intentional, but it feels like, you know, like it's like a sci-fi horror inspired things in it. Always seem to me like the stories are a bit deeper than, well, maybe not the Zelda games, of course, but like the Mario games for comparison. Um, and so then more recently, I played Metroid Dread, which was great. I love that. It was a lot of fun. Even though I never played the original Metroid, I have, you know, gone. I've got the Nintendo Switch Online. I've played it on there, of course, and I played like the remasters of some of the 2D ones they did of Metroid. Um, yeah, I just think it's like really cool. I'm looking forward to tearing into this. And in terms of like, I know they're trying to turn this into a movie, but I mean, I hope they do it right. I don't know if they do. Some thoughts on that are, you know, make it cinematic. I won't share my complete thoughts on the Mario movies. I'm kind of indifferent to them, but make it cinematic. Keep in mind some of the inspirations of where the Metroid came from, which is obviously the Alien movies, right? You have a villain named Ridley, named after Ridley Scott, the director of the original Alien movies, and more recently trying to kill the franchise of those movies with terrible movies like Prometheus and Alien Covenant. But you know, I hope they kind of keep that in mind, and I hope, and I don't know if they'll do this, it'll probably be live action, but these games, the graphics and the environments are just so beautiful to have like some live action thing, I think would just be such a waste, like just a waste of the talent that is making these games and making these games beautiful. Don't have it like animated or like have this art style they have here. Case in point, I went to see the Mortal Kombat 2 movie last week, and it was good. It was a very good movie. Um, Great movie. I'd really recommend it. Big fan of that franchise as well too. But there's like minor things that I thought just looked kind of silly. Like Shao Kahn's mask looked kind of like they got it at Spirit Halloween. So I think when you do the live action things, those things don't look as hyper real as when you do them animated. Of course, I have no say in this, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Metroid. I am just itching to play this weekend, over the long weekend. So you guys enjoy your weekend, and if you are a Metroid fan, let me know your thoughts.